Welcome to the Community Connections Podcast. As President and CEO of Bank of Idaho, equal housing lender, member FDIC, I am fascinated with authentic and real conversations, and my goal is to establish long-term relationships. Community Connections is an opportunity for me to connect with local business owners and leaders to hear their stories. Here at Bank of Idaho, people bank with people. Joining us today is Billy Butler. Billy, nicknamed Country Breakfast, is a Major League professional baseball player. He was designated hitter and first baseman. He played in Major League Baseball for the Kansas City Royals, Oakland Athletics, and New York Yankees. All right, Billy Butler.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Yep.
Thank you so much for taking your time today. You are a celebrity and certainly a local celebrity and beloved member of our community. So thanks so much for taking your time.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Jeff. Thanks for all you do for us as well.
Well,
Can't pass the street sign out here without seeing your mug on it, by the way.
well,
I mean, hey, you're marketing the bank well, and getting yourself on there. I mean,
trying to get the
hey, if you can market yourself and get business, man, you're doing great, man.
Right? They'll buy this face?
If they'll buy that. I mean, I'm telling you.
You got to have a good product.
Yeah, you're doing a good job in the office, man. I'll tell you what.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I like about you the most is that you're my friend, and there again, I have no idea why, but I'll take it all day long.
Well, it's great. I mean, like, being friends is easy with you. Oh. And because, every time we do something, it's either, always a ton of laughs or, but also we're doing things that give back to the community. Every single time I feel like we're hanging out.
That's right.
And we're doing things that we enjoy
yeah.
at the same time as, giving back,
yes.
To either a food bank or I forget, who do we do on opening day this year?
I think it wasn't the Down syndrome.
It was Down syndrome, yeah.
Oh,
we did that one, and then we did your golf with the golf tournament. That thing
yes.
was fantastic.
Did
we do the same one last year, or was it the different one last year? Do you do a different
College
one?
of Eastern Idaho again. Yes.
So was it the Down syndrome's one the same, or was it a different?
That one I actually, in 2020, we haven't announced this yet, but
we don't have to if you don't.
No, I'm excited. To,
okay.
To have them involved again.
Okay, that's great. Well,
they're fun.
I'm there
to get out there and raise money for, and I love the parents.
A couple golfers here. We got to get out there and compete. That's
yes.
my way of competing now when everything else is gone. You know what I mean?
So let's talk a little bit. Everybody knows you as the Major League star. Even played for the Yankees. I mean, you've got such an amazing career. But you're a regular guy. That's the thing I really love about you is that your background. I mean, anybody could aspire to. You're a tremendous athlete. There's no doubt. But down deep.
Used to be.
You still got it. You got a hole in one this year, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Last year.
Last year. All right. So. Tell me about. I met your father. Tell me about your childhood.
He's coming back for Christmas. He actually gets in on Christmas Day too, so we're excited. Grandkids are excited. Background from Jacksonville, Florida. Basically, so opposite end of the country or world for me.
Yeah.
It started at 6 years old. Baseball did start at 6 years old. We're just driving down the road about by our house, west side of Jacksonville, and we come past a ballpark, and my dad goes, "Hey, there's sign-ups. You want to give it a try?"
Yeah.
And my dad looked
at
6.
6.
And to be honest with you, kids are starting before that. Nowadays, they're starting at 3, 4.
Oh wow.
Just baseball, and a crazy thing about my situation is baseball's not in my family at all. I'm the only one that ever played.
Oh, is that right?
My dad played some basketball. He was very active growing up. All that kind of stuff, but never really. He was a basketball player and played some stuff, but never really pursued anything. He was 18, right into the Navy, And that's how he went. So he's from Charlotte, North Carolina,
Okay, yeah.
right outside of Charlotte, small suburb, Bessemer City. That's where Kevin Millwood went there. I mean, I'm dating myself, but he's a pitcher. Everybody,
Yeah, okay.
Atlanta Braves. That's what we were, big Atlanta Braves fans growing
Okay.
up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and he was a big Atlanta Braves pitcher and everything. So he went to the same high school as him, but yeah, so no baseball background, and we just passed. And my dad's one of those guys. He's intense. So military style. That's my upbringing.
Okay.
Very strict.
Yeah.
He looked straight at me at 6 years old. He goes, "Hey, if we're going to do this, we're going to go all in. We're going to give everything we got." 6 years old. I mean, I don't, he says, "Remember this?" I was like, "All right." I mean, so basically from there, it was easy for me because I had a dad that was always, willing to throw his arm out. Still needs surgery to this day. It still hasn't had it, but yeah, I was one of those kids. No matter 365 days a year, I was in the cage.
You were.
If there was a holiday, we hit first. If I wanted to go hang out with my friends, we hit first.
Wow.
Yeah, if I wanted to go to prom, got to go hit first.
Yeah.
The mental toughness that I had, I mentally thought that when I stepped into the box, I was better than that guy. And that sounds arrogant, but that's the way you have to think.
Absolutely.
I know for a fact that I'm not going to succeed every single time, but that's my expectation.
Yes.
And whenever you have that expectation, I feel like you can't go into the box already thinking, "Hey, this guy's really good."
You can't go in there humble.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, you get humbled, but you can't go in there humble. I mean, if that makes that's a great word to say.
Yes.
Humbleness in the game of baseball is to any player that exceeds expectations, and I say that I did for myself because I was very limited in my abilities, but I had one ability that was really, really good. I could hit.
Yes.
And I could hit anyone that came on the mound at any given day. Doesn't mean it will happen, but I have the ability to do it.
Yes.
So I had to maximize that one tool that I had.
There you go.
And you see these guys up there now that can run.
Yes.
They can do everything.
Yeah.
They have all the athleticism in the world. Granted, I am a very good athlete in modern or in everyday life. When you step into that baseball major league clubhouse, I am very mediocre to below average.
Wow.
Athleticism-wise. Slowest guy on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, so every single hit I had to earn. I mean, so I'm not beating out balls. I mean, like,
Yeah.
when the guy hit it, they said, you have all day to get him out because he's not getting there. Right. That's what it was. And the joke in high school with me was, "Hey, you want to time his 60-yard dash? You need a sundial." I mean, but no, I mean, so when you say what was my low point was, I worked so hard and was so dedicated.
Yes.
That I made it through the minor leagues, didn't struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very focused, very focused. I got to the big leagues in 2007, and then everything that you're supposed to do up to that point is supposed to prepare you for that.
Yes.
And there's nothing that can prepare you for that. I think that's what my message is to whenever you see people that are playing on national television. Well, you have all these minor leagues, they're supposed to be, ready to handle this and everything like that, but there's nothing that's going to prepare you for that. And then so I get called up May 1st, 2007.
Yes.
And I've always played every day. Well, I got called up, a guy, one of my really good friends who I'm going to see next month, I took his job. And you realize that whenever you come up, you're taking somebody's job.
Right.
There's only so many jobs up there. His name is Mike
take a
Sweeney. He's in the Royals Hall of Fame.
Oh, is
So I
he?
took over for a really great player, great person, everything, and he kind of taught me the ropes. And knowing that I was going to take his job. So that shows you the character and everything that guy had. But then, so like I didn't come up immediately and take his job. He was hurt. So then they called me up to play for a little bit. And then 2 weeks from there, I got sent back down to minor leagues.
Oh.
Not because of production.
Yeah.
Not because of anything, just because this is where you figure out right out of the gates that this is a business. Not a roster spot for you.
Yes.
Not saying there won't be, but you're going back down. This guy's earned his stripes.
Oh, wow. So where'd you go down
I
to?
went down to AAA, which was in Omaha, Nebraska. Played there for a couple of months, got called back up, played the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And then this is where my real crossroads came. It was like, 2008, I made the team out of spring training. So I was with the major league team.
Okay.
One player of the month in April, and then by the end of May, I was sent down because I was struggling really bad.
Oh.
Struggled, had a bad month.
Yeah.
So they sent me down. I was in the minor leagues for about 2 months. Then came back up like middle of 2008, and then from 2008 through the end of 2016, I was in the big leagues the whole time. Never went back down.
Okay.
So that point right there is when I really realized that I clicked a gear that like it wasn't like honestly people feel like, hey, and even where I was at, I made it to the big leagues. I made it,
Yeah.
and it's just starting.
Right.
This is where your job's just starting.
Right.
So whatever I thought was hard work or whatever I thought was that, there was another gear I had to take it to.
Yes. And then you have to go back down.
You got to go back down.
Which
You get sent a little bit of a humble pie.
I bet.
It's a little bit. It's a challenge.
And you don't know how long it is, right?
No, you don't know when you're coming back. If you're coming back at all. Now, granted, I knew that was a really high prospect. If I performed,
Yes.
that I had I had a chance coming.
Right.
And it's all about maximizing your chances. That's what I'm saying. You only get so many chances playing baseball. I mean, it's just like it's only so many jobs. I mean, every kid in America wants to be a Major League Baseball player.
Well, of course, yeah.
I think that's where this economy, everybody's setting everybody up for fail. I mean, like just because you don't make it there doesn't mean that you didn't maximize your potential, because you got to realize how hard it is to be a Major League Baseball player.
Yes.
For me, it's even this. Some of the best players I ever played with never made it to the big leagues. Sometimes they don't have the
Really?
mental toughness.
Yeah.
They don't know how to get through it. The biggest quality you can have as a Major League Baseball player is mental toughness. So short-term memory. Yeah.
Don't hang on to stuff.
Go 0 for 5 with 5 strikeouts. Hey, the next, how many times my best games in my big league career were after those days.
No kidding.
Because you know why? There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you play a game long enough, you're going to strike out 5 times. You're
Right.
going to strike out.
Yes.
But there's like a plaque or something you can have on this one. I think it's from Babe Ruth. I think my wife has it. And this is a true thing: is don't let the fear of striking out not let you. It's something that's not let you. And it's something about enjoy the game that you love or maximize your potential. There's a quote. I know
Yeah.
I'm not saying it right.
Yes.
But I can look at it in my mind and say, because it was like a koozie or something like that she has at the house, and I look at it and go, that's a pretty good saying.
Yeah.
Or like we have one at the house that says every champion was once a rookie.
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
there's all kinds of like battle tested
Oh yeah. No
things
kidding.
you can go.
So where did you get that mental toughness? What do you attribute that to?
I was not even. It's not even a question. I got it from my upbringing, the type of parenting, my type of dad that I had.
Yes.
I mean, my dad was one of those guys. He was. I've told you this already. In baseball,
Yeah.
3 out of 10, you do it long enough, you're in the Hall of Fame because you're hitting 300. Yeah, I hit 290, so I was like,
Wow.
I was 29.9. I was 29% out of 100.
Right.
And I had some years where I hit 320, so it's 32%. And I had some years where I was below that, but
Yes.
overall, I was right around there for a long time. And I attribute that to my upbringing. My dad expected perfection in a situation where there was impossible to be
Right.
perfect.
Yes.
And only to this day, now that my dad's older and he's gotten a little softer,
Yes.
because he's got grandkids,
Yeah.
he finally says, "Now, I never knew you were going to be perfect, but that was the expectation."
Wow.
That was the expectation.
Yeah. And so, how does that speak to the mental toughness part of it? Because you're not being perfect.
Yeah.
So you have to keep grinding through.
Yeah. It's some of that stuff is literally, it's like, it's the repetition. It's the, it's the confidence. It's the confidence that you're going to get it right. I always was like, hey, I'm going to get it right. I'm going to get it right. And then it's like your main focus goes from I'm going to get a hit to literally I'm going to go have an at bat where I'm just going to put the barrel on it. and whatever happens from there happens.
Yeah.
Because you
okay.
can't control. There's 9 guys out there trying to get you out.
That's right.
And they're putting them in the positions now where they have all these sheets and everything like that. Oh, his last 100 bats, he's hit it in all these
Sure.
locations. So they're moving guys, put them where you hit them or where you hit them most of the time.
Yeah.
And so the realistic equation for that is that you're hitting balls that 9 people out there that your odds are not good.
Yeah.
But none of that stuff goes through my head. It's
Right.
just I'm going, you know what, I just hit a line drive and got out. You know what? As I checked that off as a good at bat. So you check that off. And then years of, 18 years old, knowing everything or everything. They're there. One day I wake up and says, oh, you're going to Idaho Falls from Jacksonville.
Yes.
So, I mean, for one, I didn't even know Idaho Falls existed. And then I was like, well, my dad's like, well, basically I'm like, I left him without a son. And it's like, because I'm playing baseball every day.
Sure.
He's working in Jacksonville. He's doing his job.
Right.
And so it went from that to like the whole career is like, if I had to, go whatever you do for that day is like, I know I got to call him tomorrow, so I better do good. Because we had to go over all the at-bats because he was doing that. So part of it was the expectation of me never wanting to let him down.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think then that sounds crazy that I just didn't want to let my old man down. And all the time he put in for me, that made it easy for me to put in the effort every day.
Yes.
And the common goal, the common theme is I'm 33 years old. The game's getting younger.
Yes.
There wouldn't be a day that I'd want that there isn't a day that goes by that I wouldn't want to go back. But there's not a day that goes by that I don't look back and regret what I did because I put everything I had into it. And I think that's the key is literally just, you have a passion. It's channeling that passion. That's what guys struggle with.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why some guys don't make it. They play it their whole life. They don't know what to expect when guys are as good as they are because you're used to being the best.
Yes.
You can kind of equivalent that to golf.
Yes. I've been around that. Everybody's good.
But it's the same thing. It's the game I love playing now is I go out and I try to maximize or try to channel it that way with a competition and everything like that. Is like literally, it's a mentally tough game, and
it is.
The competition's so even. I mean, like you can't let one swing affect you, just like in baseball.
Memory.
That's right. Because everybody's gonna hit them bad. I mean, even the guys on tour hit them bad.
Oh,
But usually, is their next shot bad though?
That's right. Well, and if it is, you just got to keep moving on. Yeah. You just can't let that get you down.
Because there's a good shot coming, and
it'll be all right. Just figure it out.
Absolutely.
So one of the other things I love to ask you is your nickname, Country Breakfast.
Oh yeah.
How did that come about?
It was like it's 2008 or 9. I don't remember. We have rain delay.
Okay.
And during rain delays, it's very boring. And so this is like whenever, Twitter just started up. So they have like a Twitter poll. I don't know anything about this, but they wanted to call me Big Country. But that's already been taken from, dude played for Memphis Grizzlies. I think it's Brian Reeves.
Okay.
And so they come in there, and then the next thing you know, there's a poll, and then so Country Breakfast won. And so the media, so this is what happens. The media comes to me after a really long game. I mean, it's like 1 a.m. And
wow.
And we're going, and I get a question. I thought I was going to get a question about the game.
Right.
I said, there's this Twitter poll. I mean, how do you feel about, the fans coming up with this? Says, they come up with your nickname, Country Breakfast. And I go, well, and I'm sitting there thinking, I go, well, you know what? If the fans want this and they want to embrace this, I'm good with it. And it took off from there.
It did.
Next thing you know, they're making shirts.
Oh.
They're making things. What is Country Breakfast? Or, I was having like the best year of my career.
Oh.
So, my favorite question is after you ask that is everybody says, what is a country breakfast?
Right.
So I know what my expectation of a country breakfast is, but it's very broad. So everybody's definition of a country breakfast is, yes. So, I mean, the way I say it is, you know, if you have a country breakfast, you got to have, it's whatever you have, it's got to be gravy.
Yes, that's right. And a lot of it.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, chicken fried steak, chicken fried chicken.
Yes.
You know, it's just gravy on your omelet. I mean, they do that kind of stuff now.
That's right.
I mean, like, it's just got to have gravy on it.
That's great. Oh, that's great. So we were talking a little bit before about baseball, future of baseball, kind of your involvement now.
Yeah.
You have some opportunities and kind of the lay of the land.
Yeah. You know, always looking to, you know, give back to the game. You know, dedicate my time now mostly to my 3 daughters and what they're aspiring to be in their sports, their basketball, their softball, and volleyball, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure.
You know, still, I mean, like with the Royals, that's where I made my name. That's the organization that drafted me. Always looking to be a part of that organization. I got some stuff coming up this month where I'm going down there. I get to put the uniform back on.
Really?
Do the kind of stuff to do some coaching. Hopefully in the future I get to I have a role with that. That's and help out the organization that was so good to me.
Yes, you do.
You know, help out guys in that organization. Help out their, you know, their guys in the minor leagues. Not even necessarily that they're struggling, just maximize their potential.
Yeah.
You know, help them out with their, you know, almost like a life coach as well. Kind of be like, just keep them on the right track. And
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things that can get in the way of the game. Just, you know, just keeping their focus on what's most important in their life, which should be, you know, their family and the game of baseball.
Yeah.
Because that's what's pure.
Yeah, that's cool. So you and I talked a little bit about wearing the uniform, and you said, you know, once you're done with it, you don't put it back on.
Well, I say, that's what I'm saying. I would tell every kid out there, no matter where you go, any college program, whatever you can do is, you make them take it off you. Don't quit. I mean, that's one thing you never do is quit. That's one thing that was never an option for me.
Yes.
Is you play until they take it off you, because that's going to happen for everyone.
Yes.
Even for me, I was at the top of the game. I was at the top of my position.
Right.
You know, won a few accolades, and it's all coming to an end for somebody at different times. Mm-hmm. Some of them might be at the end of high school, junior college, you know, after college.
Or an injury.
If you have any opportunity to keep playing the game, I would recommend everyone to play it. Play it till they can't, because you'll be 33, you'll be 45 or whatever. You look back and say, I wish I would have. You don't want to be that. You don't want to be that guy to sit back and look back and say, I wish I would have accepted that opportunity or done this. Play the what if game. You can play that all you want.
Well, now you get an opportunity potentially to give back and to be intimately involved again. It's pretty exciting.
Oh yeah. And different whatever capacity.
And then you're also a businessman.
Trying to be an entrepreneur.
You don't do anything trying.
We'll see.
Well, it's so. Do you have anything you want to share in that realm of business?
Nothing. I'm not currently
public about that.
No, it's not. It's still at the beginning stages.
But it's a new realm. I mean, you've been playing baseball a long, long time, working really hard at it.
Yeah.
Now you're shifting gears into a different realm.
Yeah.
That you haven't been doing forever.
Yeah.
What's that like?
It's it's a different challenge. I mean, it's one of those ones. It's like it's challenges to where I have, I used to, wake up and knew I was playing baseball. I knew I was doing. I knew what I was doing.
Yes.
So now it's just like, with the guidance of, you guys, I have a financial advisor. I have other people that are, just bouncing things off of.
Yes.
Thankful for you guys. We have a few business accounts. You guys, we're part of the community here. We love that.
Oh, thank you.
Supporting local.
Appreciate
that. So it's all been great. So
I think that's the key, though, isn't it? Is having good people around you.
It's
good coaches.
You're only as good as the people around you. You can be as good as you want, just like I can be, just like you can be the best CEO you want.
Yeah.
But if the people you're surrounding yourself with, I mean, it's just not going to work.
Yes.
So if you have anything successful, it's only as good as the people you coexist with.
That's right.
The people you put with responsibilities for what matters to you. I mean, just like you're saying, you have only so much you can do, or I can do, or you only have one set of eyes.
That's right.
You got to have other people watching too.
Yes.
I mean, that's the way it is. You don't
that's
have
key.
I mean, I think that's where you can, compare it to baseball. So you have a good program from the ground up,
Yeah.
from the first person that walks in the door to the last one.
That's right.
And you're going to run a good program.
Yeah.
Just like you're running here, you're running a good corporation. I mean, every person that gets a job with the Bank of Idaho has got to go through a certain protocol.
Yeah.
It's got to represent the Bank
And
of
they
Idaho.
matter.
They matter.
matter a lot.
They got to represent the bank,
Yes.
and that's what you want to be represented as yourself.
That's right.
So that's the way I carry myself.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that changes with wherever you're at in your life.
That's right. Well, Billy, thank you so much for taking the time today and sharing your story.
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
I mean, it's it's a long road.
Yes. Here's to many successful things in the community
Absolutely.
and making this place better.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Community Connections with Jeff Newgard, where every episode you hear unique stories of your neighbors, colleagues, friends, and community connections. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, and other popular platforms. Subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on all future conversations. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.